Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream, where we are going to be continuing as the Kingdom of Siam. This is, of course, the Kaiserreich mod. Right, so let's get stuck in, see where we were. I think we've just got to the stage where we'd taken out Tibet, and we're supporting the Japanese against the Russians? I don't think we were fighting the Dominion yet. Were we fighting against the Chinese? I don't think so. I think this was literally just the war against Russia. Need to get in and see exactly what we've got. And of course the UI doesn't load. So I'm going to have to restart the game again. Fantastic. Oh, I can't even escape out. Alt F4 it is. Sorry, bear with me here. It wouldn't be one of these Hearts of Iron streams if something didn't go wrong. And it's such a weird bug, that one. It just doesn't load the UI. It's just like, yeah, nah. Make you restart there, Mordred. Sorry, but not sorry. So how is everyone doing this evening, while we're kind of waiting for things to start? Because this might take a little while. Hey, Gabriel. Fighting Qing. Was I fighting Qing? Oh, it might have been. I literally just started the game up, and it's a week since I last played, and my memory is like a sieve. Like, if it didn't happen 5 minutes ago, then I'm not remembering it. I remember I was fighting Russia. That I did remember. Right, because Qing allied with Russia, didn't they? I mean, tentatively, was that just to fight against us, or was that to go against Germany? No, Russia and Germany aren't fighting. I think it's literally just Qing and Russia versus us. So it's all the manpower in the world versus Siam and Japan when they can be bothered. Because I think Japan's been invaded a couple of times, haven't they? Or am I just completely misremembering? I don't seem to have drunk much tea at all during that Timuride stream. So it's slightly cold, but never mind. I don't want to go completely bonkers. What? What's that? So as we're doing this, things might be a little bit laggy here and there because I am still rendering videos in the background. I've turned down the CPU settings so it shouldn't take up too much bandwidth. And also I am uploading the Timuride stream right now onto YouTube. So if there are a couple of glips and gloops and glitches, then that is probably why. So do bear with me on that. But I've turned all of that stuff way down as far as I can. The only thing that I wasn't able to change is upload bandwidth. But I think the upload's done already. It was only one episode. And it should have gone live 3 minutes ago. If it's done. I can actually check that on my phone. So as not to risk another alt tab. Come on. Loady load. There we are. Fate of Burma. Ah, I'm going to have to give myself some free stuff. I'm going to continue occupying them, so that's 60. 120. So I need to give myself 120 political power. PP 120. Boom. And that video is still processing, so no, it's not up yet. Hello, Marco. Right, so, we are not fighting Qing. I did think we were. I think it is just... Oh, we're at peace with Russia. We're at peace with everyone. We just made peace with Russia. Did we just bail out of Japan? Japan is fighting Qing. Are we no longer in their alliance? Were we about to declare war on... What's happening? Ah! Stuff's happening. We're moving an army down here. That was just to retrain them. Yeah, I think we just finished fighting against... We never joined the war against Russia. That's what it was. We fought against Tibet. And, what were these guys called? Baratia. We'd just taken those guys out. Hey, Czar. And Charles. And Neon. So that's why Mordred's taking India for the tea. Well, obviously. Okay, so we have got military... We have a lot of military factories. Blimey. So we're going to have an extremely strong industry, but kind of a wimpy manpower pool. Is how I am seeing this right now. What are we lacking, if anything? Artillery and motorized. Yes, I seem to remember that we were massively upgrading the amount of artillery we had. And we were going to release Baratia, because we wanted to use their manpower. Because Burma was one of the options. I don't think we've actually had the option to release Baratia. Because weren't we just starting to shift our forces? No, it's just full artillery with manpower. Oh, I can't remember what was happening in this. Look at how many troops Nepal has. Yeah, Nepal tends to go kind of crazy with their troop numbers. 40 divisions-ish. They have more manpower than I do. They're also on service by requirement, but still, I'm limited. Nah! In fact, me being on limited conscription means that I can still go up in conscription laws quite heavily. So I probably don't need Baratia yet. I mean, really the question is, who am I going to go after next? I could go after the Entente. I could go after Madras. Madras probably, yeah, you're not allied with anyone, so we could totally take Madras out. Or we could go for Yunnan Clique, which I'm going to guess is also not allied with anyone. Nope. Or Germany in order to take Vietnam and Allgemeine Ostasien Gesellschaft. After we've done training, of course. Right, where are you guys going? Why are you moving up here? Oh, I think you were about to join the war with Russia, which, yeah, we're not doing. So, I think tanks and things can probably go there. And then you lot, once you're done training, we will shift over elsewhere. Did I delete that line? I did. Alright, cool. Because part of the reason is Mongolian Khanate is not going to be building infrastructure, and unfortunately you cannot build infrastructure in allied territories. So even if I wanted to join the war against Russia, it's very limited what I could do, because Japan is probably already maxing out the amount of infrastructure that they're using there. Fate of northwestern China. Oh, that bit, I guess. After a successful campaign in the steppes of northwestern China, we now have the task to establish a new administrative authority in order to restore peace. So, we could give the land to Qinghai. Oh, sorry, to Fentiang. Fentiang's not ours, though. Yeah, we were going to give this land to Fentiang, that's right. Because Fentiang has cores in this stuff. No, because I gave them... Right, we did the peace deal twice. And we gave Fentiang those lands in the peace deal, and then it was terrible, and I didn't want to do that anymore. So no, we're just going to steal it. Tibet, continuing. Again, we could give all of this stuff to Fentiang, but I just don't think we should. What the hell are La Platen troops doing in India? That is a good question. I think they must be in the Entente? No, they're just volunteers. Probably fighting against the Germans. Right, so if I am keeping all the factories, then I may as well start building some other stuff. Artillery is still the most needed thing, but that's because the artillery efficiency production is quite low. We could also do with some more tactical bombers. You know what? Let's go and emphasize that, because I seem to recall that our bombers are actually pretty decent. And then also some fighters, sure. So we're going to need to import some aluminium and some oil. That can be arranged. Pacific States, thank you. Caribbean Federation has nothing else to sell me. Yugoslavia could, or the AUS. Actually, we're already buying stuff from the Pacific States, so I'm just going to go ahead and buy those from you as well. That is very inefficient. 40, minus 1, 32, because then we're only minus 1. That's fine, perfect. Right, so Yunnan Clique, what resources do you have? Do you have any aluminium? You have a bit of steel. I mean, really, we want to go after Allgemeine Ostasien Gesellschaft as soon as possible. So I think we're going to take out Yunnan, and then we can use all of this massive front that we will have developed to take out the Germans. Because the Germans... Right, the Germans beat the French over here. Germany is actually really, really strong, and is beating back the Entente, because the Entente took most of the UK. No, they didn't. They gave most of it to Germany, and Canada took Wales. That's what happened. But yeah, they are at war, because the French Kingdom declared war on the French Republic. Alright, so troops are moving. We're still training. It's fine. We'll just keep on doing that for a time. This is where we will probably notice my CPU going, "Oh, don't do this to me, Mordred. I'm busy." You should create a Ming Vas. No, I'm not. No. Don't even joke about that, man. It's still raw. Centralized fire. We get another 5% soft attack. Marvellous. Let's get some more recon. Do we even have recon in our divisions? I would hope so. Yes, we do. Marvellous! And lots of shooty bang bangs. Very, very big shooty bang bangs, in fact. Do we want to separate out our marines? Because Iton is actually our main combat person. The marines can actually stay in this army. Well, I'm going to put you in here for the moment. No, other way around. Yeah, marines. In fact, screw it. If this is the training army, then we're going to be moving people across until they're ready. And then we switch them around again. So you, just so that we're getting some planning preparation going, go ahead and plan for that. Furthermore, we need to start... We can't because we're low political power, but we gain a lot of political power. That's one of the real craziness of Siam, is how much political power we can generate. So we will need to start fabricating a claim on them, but that can be done in good time. Meanwhile, the Japo... Okay, you are trying to call me in still. I really don't want to. I don't want to. Oh, hang on. Mongolia is Russian. So not being able to develop that land isn't actually our problem. So yeah, we can totally go to war with them once we have got our troops done. You know what? Let's just do that. We'll go and kill the Russians. We'll go through the steppe. We'll basically cut off the whole of Siberia. That's my plan. For the most epic cut-off ever, we're just going to go boom, straight up there. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be huge. Right. You can move to there. You guys need new orders. So, right now, I'm kind of thinking that we just need to blitz through the Mongolian steppe here. And we're going to be building up the Mongolian steppe as we go. In fact, that's all wasteland. The only entrance is through there. So yeah, your job is just to blitz to that, and then we can punch through that one hole. Because we're going to need to. That is the only way through at the moment. So we need to take that as quickly as possible. Oh shit, I did not mean to click on that. I'm going to decline you for the moment. I will answer in the future, TM. Soon. Alright, you guys can join that and get some more planning prep. I could also send my marines up here to support them. In fact, what is my marine template right now? You could do with a lot more. So let's go ahead and beef up the marines as well. We are superior firepower, so we may as well double down on that. We could actually go for like all the artillery. Just a huge amount of soft attack and breakthrough. Actually, that is a phenomenal amount of breakthrough for a marine division. I mean, we could do with more organization. No, this is silly. Something like this, and then more marines is probably how we need to do it. Organization of 47 is still lacking. These are going to be the most manpower intensive. I mean, the breakthrough is still pretty damn high. That's what I think we need. 56 organization. Yeah, that's perfect. And how much of a deficit is that going to be putting me in? Not a huge one, actually. That is totally fine. Make it happen. It does mean that you guys are all going to need to retrain. I am fairly confident of this fact. Glory to Siam! Mongolia, I think, is a Russian puppet. I mean, Mongolia switched sides several times. It was for a while a Japanese one, but I think they took them out and then Russia took them over. You are ready, so are you. I mean, part of the problem is how big this front here needs to be. Am I actually building infrastructure all along this? No! That's a mistake. Right. 5. I mean, Tibet really just needs to be a 5. And I'm going to beef Tibet up to maximum priority. And that's going to give me a big boost. And Qinghai as well. We'll do that. Hopefully you can do 2 at a time. Yes, you can. And we have a level 5 infrastructure there. So we're basically just going to have to feed materials through that. It's actually kind of unfortunate that Bhutan is something of a choke point here. Especially as everything else is actually really quite high level. And am I building well, I'm not building any factories right now because I'm rather limited in where I can go. So no, I think we're just going to focus on the infrastructure. So we're going to upgrade you to level 3 as well. Bhutan. So you're the least important right now. Alright, that'll do. Good. Build a fort wall in that choke point just in case you push back. Not a bad shout. Although once the blitz is going, I think we'll be fine. Although we don't have any tanks to really push the advantage. Also, I am losing a lot of attrition. Actually, it's not a huge amount. And once they're in position, they don't actually suffer attrition. French Republic has capitulated, so this is the last struggles of the Entente. Although they're actually putting up a fight here in Britain. I'm pretty sure that Germany has naval superiority, though, so there aren't going to be many reinforcements coming in from Canada. Yeah, I was correct. I mean, Germany has a pretty sizable fleet. The only one that actually legitimately could win at sea now is Japan. So we would have naval superiority if anyone were to go to war with us. I plotted declared war on Chile. Before Brazil. Brazil, here's your opportunity, buddy. Go for it! New respect for what a few forts can do. Yeah, forts are strong. Don't ever underestimate forts. They are very, very worth building. Alright, a couple more of you are ready. Attach you to there. Am I still training troops? No. Okay, that's fine. And then this will be primarily those guys. Alright, downfall and stability. That's not surprising considering I was negative. You guys are still on the way. Infrastructure is still being built. Although it's going pretty quickly, so I'm not too concerned about that. And yeah, I will be joining soon. Don't worry, Japan. And we've got the Tiamang Siamese cars, which is more motorized mechanized research. And I believe that was over here. It is. We're trying to get to the Tiger Club economy so we can get even more production stuff because, yes, industry is awesome. So prototype tank design for the light and medium tanks. I don't think we have any... Oh, we do have a tank producer. We could totally get medium tanks. They just wouldn't be as good as our artillery divisions. But if we need a blitz through, we can use the tanks for that. Germany OP. But Germany seems to lose this game usually, so I wouldn't really say that. Not in Kaiserreich anyway. Right, let's have you guys spread out a little bit more. You're almost done training. The Marines will be a little bit longer. In the meantime... I'm going to get... I'm going to replace you with that guy. And I'm going to give you... that guy. Oh, no. That was a marshal. Him. There we are. Engineer, Desert Fox, Swamp Fox, Mountaineer, Hellfighter, Ranger, Urban Assault Specialist. I really want you to get some more Urban Assault Specialists. That is a very useful trait to have. And yeah, you're just now fully on training. Once that one unit is ready, we'll shift you over here. And then we should be getting pretty close to being ready for the next offensive. The other thing we of course need to do is shift our aircraft up to the Himalayas. And have you actually fortifying the Himalayan area. Actually no, it would be northwest China. Almost exactly northwest China in fact. Let's do that. And you. And we can probably start assigning some more tactical bombers to that. Oh no, not yet. We're still actually really short on artillery. But that is something that will pick up over time as our artillery production improves. Like, our efficiency cap, playing on veteran is actually pretty damn impressive. What is it with these Siamese generals and their long-ass names? Okay, so someone in comments actually commented about that. It's actually a pretty cool system. So apparently, the Pariah and Luang does just mean like general or commander or something like that. But this name isn't actually their name. It is a name given to them by the king, like God of War or means death to the enemy, things like that. It's actually kind of a cool system. So it's like we have General God of War. I don't know which one that is, but that is apparently how it works. I have not been able to verify this. It's simply what my comments are saying. But it actually sounds plausible. Yeah, manpower could well be an issue here. Especially as I'm still suffering a fuck ton of attrition. Can we please get over that already? Pretty pleased with a cherry on top. You ready? You're ready. Alright, so this army is now ready for deployment. Whether we want to go straight away or not is another question. How is our supply looking right now? Dare I look? Ooh, bad. Because all the supply has to come through Tibet. So yeah, Tibet, you are going to be, whoops, a very serious... I'm just going to max these out. And we're just going to build all of that. And if we need to max out more of down here, then we can totally do that. Rommel, God of Tanks. Do the Dominion of India get a war goal against you because I own Baratia? I don't think so, because that's specifically against countries, not geography. Like, if Baratia was a puppet, then yes, but they're not, so no, I think. Also, you should be purples now. You should probably be blue. Because your roles have changed. Second question, where am I motorized? Yeah, that's totally the wrong place. So we're going to create a specific motorized operation from there. It's going to be red. It is going to be commanded by that guy. And you are going to do that. In fact, your objective isn't so... yeah, it still is kind of a strong spear point. Because I need you fortifying. You guys are going to be a ways off because of your training. Is that actually because you were out of gear? No, I think you were literally just taking a long time to train now. Oh man, that attrition is horrific. It's costing me more and more artillery. Ah! So what else will need to be upgraded? West Bengal and East Bengal. And then actually supply will go by ship, so it will go by convoy probably to here. Because it will actually be quicker. So West Bengal probably needs to upgrade. So let's go and add you to the top of that list. Minus a couple. So you would be there. Alright, hopefully this will start to even things out. Though Tibet's still woefully inequipped in terms of supply, so not good, not good. Just going to wait until we've the planning preparation, because we're going to need that basically everywhere. And you guys are going to be slow like that. Also, another video is done, so I'm going to pause the rendering so we can actually get the CPU through. And I'll just make sure those get uploaded later. And this should now start to speed up. And aircraft, how are we doing for those? We could add some more fighters. I'm going to make all of these 100 fighter wings. As that is actually the numbers I usually use. Actually, I use 200 fighter wings. Usually. How many does that leave me? 84. We'll wait at that. I mean, our air force is actually fairly decent now. Field Hospital 3, that's going to help tremendously. Let's get some more recon so we can actually get these punch-throughs. Motorized divisions. What are you comprised of currently? Just a couple of motorized. Could definitely do with making those a bit stronger, but we are short on motorized still. So I should probably hold off. How long am I planning to stream for? Well, considering I started 24 minutes ago, probably another 3.5 hours or so. No, 2.5 hours. I'm going to go through to 11 GMT, take an hour break, and then I will be back with EU4 preview again. So continuing the Mamluks game, seeing as I have a preview of Cradle of Civilization. Huzzah! Oh, so much attrition still. I don't know if this is just doing more damage to me than it's really worth having these troops up here for. Probably. And that's up to 18 now. This is going to be such a bad choke point. Although it can still upgrade another 7 times. Okay, maybe it's not as bad. Just double down your efforts there. Right, so what do we get? I'm not sure. Let's get mechanized, because this will also double the strength of the motorized. I think that's probably reasonable. Because it gives the motorized hardness. Just from having mechanized technology. You don't need to build anything else, it just makes them better. And quite a lot better. Am I improving the supply? Yeah. I'm building all of the infrastructure I can right now to connect these areas, Tibet in particular. It just takes time. Do I think the new EU4 DLC is worth it? Depending on the price. Like, I'm going to admit, I was very disappointed with how they've done the Timurids. And the Timurids were kind of the flagstone aspect of this. And it kind of just looks like they haven't playtested them. Which is mind-boggling to me. But the other stuff is good. Like, the army professionalism, I do like that system. Thank you, Neon. Victory of the Dominion. Since the end of the Whelk Creek, the Indian subcontinent has been split into 3 states. The loyalist remnants of the British Raj, the socialists of the Indian. You didn't really win that, though. I took out the Bharatiya for you. And has Madras? Nope. You haven't done anything. Portugal's capitulated for, what, the 5th time this game. This time to Spain, which I think is German-aligned. Yes. So the Entente is definitely struggling. Oh yeah, they are losing their holdings in Wales. So the Entente strong. The Entente very... No, sorry, Germany strong. Germany very strong. Alright, how's the supply issue? Supply issue is still really bad. Hopefully it's costing them as much as it is me. And Japan's going, God, God's sake, join us, Mordred. Ah! And you guys are still in training. I mean, is there anything I could do with naval assaults to cause problems? Like, we have naval superiority. They don't own the Crimea, so no. We could do some naval shenanigans over here to try and get some cut-offs around the back. Kind of like what Japan's been trying to do here forever. No problem, I consider myself the self-employed volunteer advertiser of the Discord channel by this stage. Yeah, Neon, that is kind of your thing. The Entente will be like, not again! We've been here before! That's true, that's very true. And my artillery deficit continues to grow. Guys, come on, this is getting silly. And also, aluminium. We need some more aluminium. From Pacific States. Sure. And you're trying to get me to join again. Right, how is the planning prep? For those of you with supply of some description, it's actually okay. So. Very well. We accept. They're going to launch a massive attack against me, which suits me just fine. Because that means that they're going to be on 0 organization, so my counterattack can just be like, aha! Squish! It's not quite as squishy as I was hoping, though. So I'm going to need to just whittle them down. We are fighting mostly in the mountains here. This should be, like, entirely in our favour. Plus, my bombers should be having a field day. I'd be almost tempted to destroy their infrastructure, but that seems not particularly useful. Poland, I'm not going to take any volunteers because I don't want you hogging my resources. Tiger economy! And we're at 0 stability now, so my economy should be recovering again from the areas of territory that I stole. War! We're going to war! And Japan is probably at this point going, oh, thank God. Finally, Mordred. Jeez! What took you so long? That looks like an easy win. Make it happen. The other thing I could do is try and develop more mountain troops. would probably help.